Welcome to International Talks. Today we are going to talk about the Asia-Pacific region, specifically the Sino-Taiwanese relations. As you know, recently we have been hearing from the top military personnel that mainland China, People's Republic of China, Beijing, is going to invade Taiwan in 6 years. Now, this is one of the biggest security issues of the Asia Pacific. And if we dive into history a little bit, we can clearly see that since 1971, Beijing has been recognized by the United Nations. And in 1979, the United States itself establishes formal diplomatic ties with Beijing. However, Taiwan remains as a quasi-independent country, which, depending on the government, wants an independence from the People's Republic of China. The consensus of 1992 is fading away, basically. This consensus was giving both sides the understanding that there should be one China. However, they are still disputing whether China should be ruled by Taipei or Beijing. And since DPP, the Democratic Progressive Party of Taiwan, is ruling in Taiwan, this consensus is just being neglected, as its president of Taiwan, Tsai Ing-wen, saying that Taiwan should be independent and refuses to acknowledge this consensus. However, this angers Beijing and it warns Taiwan, if in case independence, that it will use the military means. For years, Beijing has been conducting navy drills around Taiwan in Taiwan Strait and practicing invasion on the island in South China Sea, for example, in 2020. In 2021, they've been practicing the maneuvers to blockade Taiwan, thus showing Taipei that, if necessary, Beijing can blockade the island, thus force it to reunify with the mainland China. In 2020 drills, Xi Jinping himself told to the militaries that they should have been prepared for the war, which directly means that the reasons from the military elites of the United States is right, that Beijing is going to invade Taipei sooner or later. If we look closely on the map, we could see that Taiwan, the main island of Taiwan, the Republic of China, is not far away from the mainland China. It's basically just over 200 kilometers. And it will take a huge amphibious attack to occupy the mainland. However, Taiwan does not just sit still and waits for the invasion of China. Taiwan, on its part, also conducts military drills to counteract the invasion from the sea and to counteract the naval blockade. Recently, Beijing has been more aggressive, and we can see it in the airspace defense identification zone incursions. Since 2020, People's Republic of China has been invading the airspace of Taiwan frequently, and the recent report shows us that in 2021 the incursions has been drastically increasing as the fighter jets and the bombers were invading the airspace of Taiwan, thus again showing the military might of Beijing to Taiwan and saying that they are more ready to occupy the island. Many experts are comparing the military might of the two. However, we can clearly say that there is no comparison. Beijing has a drastic advantage in every military field you can take: tanks, personnel, the air or the navy. So for Taiwan, it is very important to grow its military might as possible and to wait for the help from the United States. Despite an enormous advantage of Beijing, Taipei is preparing itself for the defense. So, for example, it has a very strong reservist system, one of the leading in the world, and we can clearly see that they're also going to improve that system, as in 2021 the period for the reservists to prepare was 5 days, and from 2021 the preparation period is over 2 weeks, and the system is going to increase the amount of the reservists and the period of the preparation of the personnel each year. The main island, as you can see, consists of cities, especially on the west coast, and this means that the amphibious attack by the Beijing will be met by a huge insurgency. So this is a dilemma for Beijing as well, whether the invasion costs the losses that they were going to get, because it will be very costly. As you can see, military budget wise, Beijing absolutely dwarfs Taiwan with over $200 billion of military budget. In comparison to Taiwan's $15 billion increased this year. However, United States and their military experts are saying that, of course, this is not enough to counteract the Beijing. As we've already mentioned, Taiwan relies on the United States, specifically on the arms sales. In 2021, the arms sales from the United States to Taiwan breached all the records, topping $10 billion of the military equipment. The US increases its presence in South China Sea, which of course angers the Beijing. However, thus US showing that it will protect Taiwan and ensure the security of the region. It should be noted that vast majority of population of Taiwan prefers political ties with United States over political ties with China. However, over 50% of the population prefers economic ties with Beijing. And this is not surprising, because if we look at the trade, which is over $150 billion, we can clearly see that the trade balance between Beijing and Taipei is benefiting Taipei, with over $70 billion of trade surplus with Beijing, Hong Kong and Macau. It is also worth mentioning that political parties in Taiwan, mainly DPP, the ruling party, does not want closer ties with Beijing, and Kuomintang, almost half of its supporters, also does not want close ties with Beijing. If we look at the general picture, most countries in Asia Pacific don't want Beijing's presence in the region. They prefer United States presence in the region over Chinese presence. The issue of Taiwan not being recognized creates the problems for the world as well. For example, WHO does not recognize Taiwan. However, Taiwan was one of the first countries to warn the organization about the pandemic incoming. And this, by many experts, created a very serious problem, because WHO could react to the problem much faster had they have took into account Taiwan's warning. And generally, Taiwan is recognized only by these countries, and as you can see, these are not powerful countries, and they of course cannot influence the political agenda. So the recognition of Taiwan is a serious problem for Taipei. There are two main reasons why Beijing is going to invade Taiwan. First, we have already covered, is that Beijing is already militarily ready to invade the island. They have enough military and personnel to occupy and blockade the island. And the second reason is that these two systems of Taiwan and People's Republic of China is not compatible, meaning that if you want unification, one system has to be seized, because Taiwan is the highest form of democracy of nowadays, whilst Beijing stands on the opposite spectrum of the democratic development. The political system in Taiwan is much more different, and as you can see, there are many parties that are competing in the elections, and on the contrary, Beijing has only one party that rules the country. So again, augmenting the argument that if you want the unification of the two, one system has to be seized. In conclusion, sooner or later, we can clearly say that Beijing is going to invade Taiwan, because militarily it is almost ready, and in order to unify these two systems, one political system has to be seized. Even in case of unification, we all know that Taiwan is an island, and we also know how do islanders perceive the mainland. Until next time.